The following provides instructions for relay team tracking in the mobile app RaceJoy. Since RaceJoy is doing much more than you would experience with traditional training apps, and is connecting your phone with your team's phones, it is essential that things get set up properly. RaceJoy offers two ways to be tracked and uses your phone as a tracking device. The first way is where people can track your blue dot move on race day so they know your actual location, and this helps to coordinate your team efforts. The second way is where you receive continual performance updates as you cross mile markers and exchange points. First, download RaceJoy from the App Store. It is available for Apple and Android devices. Then search for the event you are doing in the search field located at the top part of the screen or in the Featured Races section shown on the upper left. Then simply click on the race that you're doing. You will then need to set up your phone to be tracked. We recommend you do this before the day of the race if possible. You will first need to select the I Want to be Tracked button. It is important you select this button so that your teammates will be able to track you, even if you want to track other people. Clicking this will enable you to be tracked and you'll be able to track up to 50 other people. If you have a driver for the team, the driver can click this button to be tracked as well. Then, select the Relay Course option when you get to the course selection screen, and then select your team name and follow the remaining prompts. So let's show you what this looks like. First, you will create a profile and use your personal information, not those you wish to track. That comes later. Next, you'll need to select the course that you're doing, and make sure to select the Relay option. You can select multiple courses, but just make sure you only select those that you are actually completing or doing a portion of. Then search for your team name. If it doesn't appear on the list, you are the first to arrive in RaceJoy for your team. Simply type in your team name to get it added to the list, and make sure you're very precise in how you spell the team, as many teams will create similar names. Then follow the remaining prompts. One of the screens you'll be presented with is this tracking setup screen, where you can set up RaceJoy to receive team progress updates, which are typically sent out every 5 miles. And you can choose to post your team progress to your Facebook or Twitter walls. Also, you can receive your personal leg alerts for the leg that you're completing in audio format, so you do not need to look down at your phone. RaceJoy issues these leg updates at every mile on the course, and you'll receive your pace information and your estimated leg completion time. If you do not want to receive audio progress alerts for your leg because you're using a training app, or you prefer to use your watch, or you don't want your music to be interrupted, just turn the option off here. You can add those you wish to track here. Search by team name or participant name or bib number. Make sure to add your entire team to your list so that you can receive the team progress updates. Any friends and family that are tracking your team would also need to put the entire team into their participant list to get the team alerts. Note that the participants need to set up a profile in RaceJoy in order for you to find them in the app. You can always add more people to your list later. Once you see this screen, your phone is set up for tracking. You will need to come back into RaceJoy the day of the event to turn on your tracking. You will need to then click the green blinking Track Me button that will appear on race day to turn on your tracking. And note that tracking is activated 30 minutes before the official race start time. If you receive a Fix Me screen, please follow the instructions and fix the phone setting. RaceJoy is unable to adjust these for you, so you'll need to go to your phone setting area to make the adjustment. RaceJoy will not function properly if these settings are not correct. If you want to hear progress updates or cheers that people send to you, make sure your sound toggle is on and that your volume is turned up for your notifications. This is key for both Android and Apple devices. You can test your sound settings by sending a cheer to yourself. In addition, check to make sure your Do Not Disturb setting is off. Now for race day and activating your tracking. Again, turn on your tracking by clicking the green blinking Track Me button that will appear on race day, and then you'll receive a pop-up message saying that tracking is activated. This is what you'll be able to see real time on race day for those you are tracking. When we have an active signal from the person's phone, it will provide a blue blinking dot as shown. You will be able to see your entire team live, whether or not they are actively completing a leg. You can zoom in as needed, and this is very helpful in coordinating things with the team. If your phone disengages, the participant's blue dot will turn gray. If this happens, it is typically due to their entering a poor cell area or because they have an essential phone setting turned off. If they've gone into a poor cell zone, their tracking will pick back up when they re-enter a functioning cell area. You have the option to receive team progress updates as the team members complete their legs. So first, you will select the leg that you are doing, and you can only select one leg at a time. So make sure you select your leg and the very next leg that you plan to complete, and not the another team members. Then wait to click the Start Leg button until you actually begin your leg. This starts your personal clock. RaceJoy will auto-detect when you complete your leg. And if you're doing additional legs that are not consecutive, you will then need to select the next leg that you're going to be doing and wait to click the Start Leg button until you actually begin. If you are doing a subsequent leg where one immediately follows the other, you will then need to just push the Resume Leg button that will appear on the phone. To summarize, this is what you will see on race day. Select the leg that you're doing, wait to start your leg. If you click this too early, no worries. Click the Reset button, and then you'll wait to click the Start Leg button when you actually begin your leg. You can review team performance and replay any cheers you've sent or received by going to the Buzz area of RaceJoy and then entering the Progress Alerts and Cheer section. So let's go through some typical questions we get. The entire team does not need to use RaceJoy to take advantage of its features. The progress updates will only be available for those that choose to use the leg performance tracking. If the first team member does not use RaceJoy, gun time will be used for the team's start time to compute the progress updates. Having the first person click the Start button as they cross the start line will provide greater accuracy for the team performance stats. If you are doing more than one leg, select the next leg you are doing and wait to click Start My Leg until you begin the leg. If you're doing consecutive legs, you simply need to click the Resume button as you begin your next leg. If you don't click Start My Leg, the positional GPS tracking will work as long as you turn on your tracking the day of the race. However, you will not issue or receive any progress updates. If you start your leg too early, no worries. Just click the Reset button and then wait to click the Start Leg button until you actually start your leg. If you need to adjust your setup, simply click on your name that appears at the main race screen at the top of the screen and follow the prompts. If you see the word Guest at the top of the screen, you're signed in as a spectator, and you can click the guest name to set up your phone properly. RaceJoy works well with other apps, including tracking and music. However, if other apps are significantly drawing on your battery, you may want to decide whether you really want to use them on race day or plan to have a portable battery with you as a backup. If you go through poor cell areas on the course, you will continue to receive progress updates for yourself, but will not be able to issue out this information or your location to others that are tracking you until you reach a functioning cell area. Our testing has shown that newer phones can use RaceJoy's tracking for 8 to 16 hours. Make sure to turn off apps that you are not using, especially weather apps. Also, the activity that actually drains your phone battery the most is looking at the screen. So, your team members and spectators tracking you should have a battery plan if they're going to be tracking people for any great length of time. Also, poor cell conditions will drain your battery faster as it reattempts to make connections with the cell service provider. If you've used RaceJoy in the past, you no longer all need to click Start My Race when the first person starts. As a final note, we love technology and the conveniences and motivation it can bring to race day. It is why we built RaceJoy. However, there are many variables involved in providing the real-time features that RaceJoy offers. When we mix in all the different components like phone models and cell phone carriers and proper phone settings and the requirement to have accurate course maps, this may impact our ability to deliver the experience we intended. For relay teams in particular, the tying of multiple phones together involves a greater level of complexity. Given this, we encourage you to view RaceJoy as an added service versus a precise tool that you are dependent upon with perfection in mind. We hope you found this helpful and enjoy using RaceJoy. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at support@racejoy.com.